Hey everybody, today it's going to be about covering these under eye circles, those little things right there. Yeah, so I've been a bit sick lately, so my under eye circles are probably a little darker than they normally would be just from being sick and lack of sleep. So I'm going to show you how I cover them up. I've already done my foundation and we're going to move straight into the under eye area. Okay, and you can see the discoloration here underneath the eyes. That can be from lack of sleep, allergies, aging, genetics, all kinds of things can cause the under eye circles. Basically, the skin underneath your eyes is the thinnest skin on your body. So it's going to show what's underneath it even more because it's more transparent. So, and the blueness is just from the veins, capillaries, everything underneath your skin in that area. So what you want to do is counteract that color, and if you look at a color wheel, the color opposite of blue is orange. So you want to use a more salmon or peachy tone concealer or corrector to counteract the blue, and then you'll go over top it with a concealer to match to your rest of your skin tone. I'm going to do one side in Drugstore and one side in high-end, just so you can kind of get a feel for the difference in products. And I've started by moisturizing my under eye area. This is very important with dark circles. And I just use this vitamin E stick. I think I got this at Walmart for like $1 or something, maybe, real cheap. And it's just like a roll-up bullet, just like a tube of lipstick. You just want to rub it on like this. Do it day, night, before you put your makeup on. It's really going to help keep the area hydrated. And the drier it gets, the more crepey it gets, the cakier makeup looks whenever you try and cover everything up. So now that we've started by moisturizing the area, just going to kind of pat that in a little bit. And for the first product I'm going to use is this Drugstore product. It's by Rimmel. It is the Hide the Blemish Concealer Corrector in the color light beige. It's a very kind of beige salmon pink color. I'm just going to apply some right here underneath the eye. And I'm only putting this where the discoloration is. I'm not doing this to conceal, I'm only doing it to correct the discoloration. And for the high-end product, I will be going in with the trusty Bobbi Brown corrector in light Bisque. Just looks like this, comes in a little pot. And I'm going to use this pointed blending brush. It's pretty dense, and it kind of acts like your fingertip to get into this area, just to kind of blend that out. And moving over to the other side, you want to make sure you use patting motions, because if you swipe, it's just going to drag the product around, but if you pat it in, it's going to keep it in place and kind of work it into the skin. And if you feel that the first layer was not enough, you can go in with a little more additional product. Just going with a little right here in the corner, not doing the entire area again, just doing a spot correction where it's needed. And again with this side. And don't forget this area right here beside the eye. That area tends to get kind of shadowy and dark and can get kind of blue as well. So don't neglect that whenever you're doing corrector and concealer. Okay, now that the corrector is the way I want it, I want to go in with concealer. And for the Drugstore side, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. And this is in the shade 15 Fair, which is pretty close to my skin tone, maybe half a shade lighter. Just going to dab some of the product on, just like that. And for the high-end side, I'll be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20. This concealer is great. It's formulated to not crease. Comes out in a pump, so I'm just going to dab some here on the bottom of the eye area. And again, I'm going to work that in with my pointed brush. Make sure when you're blending, you blend up toward the brow. Make sure you blend it down onto the cheekbone because you don't want to just stop right here with your highlighter. You want everything to be nice and blended. And now going in to the high end side, blending that out in the same way. Don't be afraid to kind of hang out in this area and make sure everything's blended in really good. And you want to blend up toward the hairline here. And then you want to set the under eye area where you've put that corrector and concealer. For the drugstore side, I'll be using the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. You can just use, comes like this with a little sifter, and you can just use whatever's in the lid. For that, I'll be taking this tapered and tulip brush by SixPlus. These brushes are nice because they fit right up in this area well. Again, don't swipe. You just want to pat the product onto the area. Okay, and for the high end side, I'll be using the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. It's just a white powder with a sifter, and you can kind of use what's in the lid. Again, with that same brush, just pat that on the under eye area. Okay, so that's it. It's pretty simple. Now that's all, just a few easy steps to really conceal those under eye circles to keep you looking like a zombie. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss any others. And you can check me out on my other social media so you can see what I'm up to when I'm not here on YouTube. Till next time, bye!